or like horns or whatever. Yeah. So I got a couple of those in dark azure, medium azure, and orange. Some fun. Those are my excitements from that particular standard part.
By the way, I noticed there was something with our viewership, and apparently it did not start the YouTube version. So it started now. I don't know if we'll have any viewers. It was clicked. It's supposed to go.
Like a bunch
We're just talking to ourselves. It's fine.
That means they missed all the fun jokes, but okay.
They did.
Go back and watch the replay. You'll enjoy the first 5 minutes.
Where else is it streaming to?
Should be Facebook and Twitch. So let me make sure it's running. Y'all keep talking amongst yourselves. See if you make sure it's
I was going to say, because also through StreamYard, you can do Instagram now. I was surprised you guys hadn't done that yet.
Correct.
That would require Chris having a little more IT knowledge than he does.
Fair enough.
No, I kind of keep my personal Instagram separate. I can do it to the Old Gray Brick one that I started, but it's limited to an hour, and we're rarely limited to an hour. So.
Fair enough.
Your mom's not limited to an hour.
Hey. All right. So a couple of viewers are jumping on. Hopefully, sorry we technical issue. We didn't start on YouTube with the beginning of our show, but so on one side we're praising Lego for getting Pick-a-Brick kind of up and running, but we're also crapping on them because they have screwed up BrickLink for 35 countries, and we still do not like that and do not appreciate that. There was an apology letter. Did y'all read that?
That did not feel like an apology. That felt like, because they didn't address anything. They just said, hey, we're sorry we did this. Because it's very difficult for me, because I just did an interview with the head of the BDP program, and during that, he talked about how there's like certain countries and stuff, and there's all these like tax limitations and stuff. So it made me wonder if that was the reason of like tax things or whatever, or something like Lego Shop Through Home. But it was kind of crazy that they just like, yep, 35 countries, no more, but we're not going to tell you why, which feels very important in this.
Well, that also sounds very typical Lego. It's very Danish. Mm-hmm. It's very abrupt. There is no warning. The Band-Aid just gets pulled off. You don't even know they're getting ready to take the Band-Aid off, and they just yank it off, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't notice that we were going to do that." That's very Danish. Yeah. So, while to the rest of the world we're like, "Hey, you know what? Some notice would be fine." The Danes are like, "Oh no, this is just how we operate," and they're completely fine with it.
Yeah,
but it is probably a tax related issue. Is probably where it all is.
Yeah, because I mean, so it's like the reason like I was able to ask the question about this is because I was asking them about like why don't they sell BDP sets in certain countries, and it's because Lego does not have a Lego shop at home in those countries. However, some of those countries do have Legolands and Lego stores, so that's where it's kind of weird.
That is weird. I don't understand. It's a crappy move. We figure. I mean, they did extend the deadline, but even in their apology, it's like, "Hey, we wanted to be transparent," but they never said the reason. So you're not being transparent if you don't say why.
Well, they want to be transparent. They're not, we want to be transparent, but we want to.
They're being more opalescent than transparent, but.
Well, Donald Trump's being very more transparent by calling reporters little piggies. So is that transparency?
That's just stupidity. But anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe the Danes are just being stupid.
No. I mean, for Lego to say that Lego is being stupid is a daily occurrence, I think. But that's the thing. Grumpy J is here. Somebody I finally found us. Hello, Grumpy J. Grumpy J. So. I think it's pretty bad. What's horrible about it is what used to be basically a free market kind of thing. Lego took it over and said we're not going to change anything, and then they changed a lot. So fortunately, Brick Owl and things exist. So and maybe this will be resolved. Somebody will figure it out. So all right. Any other Lego news? We may talk about some new sets that have dropped and. and everything later. We talked about a bunch of them, but the new modular dropped since we had our show, so we may talk about that at the end of the show. So let's go around the room. We haven't talked to Brad. You even changed your name since you've been on our show. So how you been doing? He's going to talk Castle, so everybody jeer. Well, Captain Xavier won't, but everybody can jeer him. But he's more purist Castle, Captain Xavier, I'm pretty sure. So you can discuss him later.
Shifting out of that a bit, but no, I'm doing really good. I mean, the last thing I bought was this because I need to do a video on it because Castle, even bad Castle. That gives you most of my thoughts, and then picked up some cool minifigures recently. We recently got a BAM near me, so I've been taking advantage of that.
Nice.
But no, I'm doing really good. Yeah, changed my name from Brookie at Brad to Brad's Archives for many, many reasons, but just felt like it was a good change I needed to make. And really, I'm just right now focusing on every possible way I can to make people Castle fans, to make Lego bring back Castle. So,
Space.
I mean, look, I would also do Space, but I just don't have enough time. So.
Oh, did your microphone get muted? I'm sorry, I didn't know how that happened.
I showed you my Blacktron Renegade. All right, I have space sets still. Those are the ones I've refused to sell. But no, yeah, I just like I'm doing a lot of podcast stuff. I just actually got off why I'm here is I got off a podcast with Duck Bricks because we were talking about some cool Castle topics and doing all kinds of crazy things right now, content wise, and just enjoying life, traveling around a lot. So I've been all over the country.
Duck just stepped out of the land, right?
Yeah, which I think was it makes a lot of sense. After, if you watch his video, he's basically, he has a big startup that he's focusing a lot on, and he wants to focus more on his own content than lands, and which is really cool to see. I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do. And I also think like there's a stigma of like once you get in land, you got to stay in it unless you're kicked out. And it's like, I think stepping away, like and be like, hey, this is just not what I want to do anymore. That makes perfect sense to me. And I think is something that like we're going to start seeing a lot more of. I like people stepping in and out of land depending on where they feel with their content.
Yeah. I mean, he's making a gazillion dollars doing really cool business stuff. He's probably made more money since we started the show and than I did last year. So it's fine. More power to him. No jealousy or no problem. But, you know, if you don't have time for the land, you just best to step out. So,
yeah, I think if LAN is making it hard for you to want to do content, there's no shame in being like, this is not what I want anymore and stepping away. Like, and I can completely understand that. So, yeah, I mean, but besides that, kind of just doing sorting Castle figure parts right now from actually a PAB order I got like 3 weeks ago, and I just have not had time to do. So, and then, yeah. If there's anything else you want to know, I'm more than willing to talk about it, but figure I'd make it brief.
There it is. Well, it's good to have you back. So are the new the new space figures and the new Castle figures from the Gumball machine are not on Pick-a-Rick yet?
So well, they might not actually ever be. And that's so. This is not LAN information for the record. It was some designer of that set, I feel like, said something about how Lego, I can't remember what it was. I'm in this Castle Discord server with tons of Castle fans, so I just see a lot of information about stuff like this. And supposedly there's some talks that because that set, like those figures make up a big part of that set, that they don't want to put them on Pick-a-Rick. But like, we might get shields of those new factions, but not the like torsos and stuff themselves.
That is uncool.
Like, you shotgun blast all these new parts that you can stick on PAB. Why aren't you like making millions off them by sticking them on PAB? Like, I don't know. It's like, because you got Fabuland fans, you got Paradisa fans, you got Castle Space fans. There's so many fans who want those figures. I don't know why they aren't doing like. But again, I think that's going to be January 1st. We're going to see that drop.
Yeah, I mean, give the set 6 months. I mean, give it a year to sit in the stores. I don't care. Just give me those parts later, so I have access to them and don't have to pay. You know, they're going to sell them to me through BrickLink anyway, except in 35 countries. So just come on.
And that I definitely agree with, because it does feel kind of crazy to just go. I even said, like, on a podcast thing I did, I was like, I wouldn't even mind if it's like in a year we get them. You know, the set's been out for a while. You know, it's died down selling wise, and they're like, okay, now we're gonna sell them. But not selling them at all would be the stupidest. Like, army builders and space fans will go crazy over those figures. Why would you not want that money?
Yeah. I mean, we'll end up paying $4 or $5 a piece through the thing, and I'll buy my weight in a gumball machine or whatever, or the equivalent of a gumball machine's worth of them. So let me have it. So it doesn't make sense.
The new Serpent Knight shield was $2.22 or 20 cents a piece, and I bought 10 of them and did not care. So my point is exactly the same.
These were 74. I got 12 of these, 74 cents. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. All right. Let's go to Matt, since I know Matt is going to be talking about hats on a different show later. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Today I gave the last final exam of finals week, and I'm in good shape. I just have to say that doing finals week on ADHD meds is much better. I'm not putting everything off to the last 24 hours, so that's good. I'm in good shape. I have 4 of my 5 classes graded and in the book, and I have the one class, which I still have a lot of papers to read, but so life's good. I recommend medicated Matt is less procrastinating, so that's good.
Medicated Matt, I love it.
Medicated Matt is really looking forward to when the last class is done. I think I'm going to break out all of my Jetsons tower and build it at this end of the table and start working on a second tower. So cool. May or may not be ready for Atlanta BrickCon. I don't know. We'll see. But I want to build something big and towery. So, you know, that's where things are going to go. And I've been building some sets. I had this finished last time, but didn't get on. So, you know, screen name today is 2 Rights Don't Make It Blacktron. It was a lot of fun, and I was too old when Blacktron came out. I was definitely out of my Lego years, and so this is literally the first Blacktron set I've ever built, and a lot of fun. And part of the credit, you know, has to go to our friend of the show and his crazy reels with his Mega Blacktron. It really made me want to just build a basic one. So
right,
I've had fun. I think one of my favorite parts is them using the like structural stanchion piece in a horizontal fashion just to give it more texture, and the kind of graded grill type piece there. Was this piece in the original Blacktron line, or is this something?
No, that didn't come out for 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was just to kind of go with the style. But yeah, so this was fun and finished that up. And then the other thing was I took advantage of some Black Friday sales on Brick Arms, and I'm going to eventually do like a music store. And so I got a couple of guitars, 2 different paint jobs.
Sorry, you said you bought something from Brick Arms and then go, I want to make a music store. And I thought, like, what are you buying, like, weapon-wise to go with this music store?
Violin cases.
Correct.
Yeah.
It was not Brick Arms. It was Brick Forge.
Okay, that makes more sense.
But they used to carry. I think they're getting out of the Brick Arms stuff. I think they just sent out a message. So, and they got 2 more guitars for my guitar store. And then everybody needs, you know, half man, half horse, a Minotaur. So it needs it's a topless Minotaur. So it could go in a topless Minotaur bar.
Scandalous.
I know, it's very scandalous. And got a few shields. So these are some, I thought these were kind of cool. So here's 2 medieval.
Oh, that's fun.
And then we've got, here we go. We got 2 more. I really like the dragon on the sand green a lot.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like the 2010 Kingdoms Dragon Knights.
Is it? Oh,
it is.
I've never ever. I don't own a castle set, other than.
Can we mute him? No.
So, but what I did do is I did buy some third-party stained glass windows, and I do want to build like a castle era church, where I'll put the stained glass windows in it, and then I'll have some knights out front or whatever guarding it.
That'd be cool.
And might do. I heard that a local castle guy here is maybe going to do a collab at ABC. I messaged him and I haven't heard anything back, so I don't know. I don't know if he's reading his messages or just doesn't want to talk to me, whatever the case. But I was like, I'll build a church, but anyway.
Is
so
that Intense Bricks?
Yeah, Intense.
I love that guy.
Yeah, so we got some matching torso covers, and then of course everybody needs some wild and crazy manly ponytails for their medieval people. And
For your Vikings.
Oh, they got a little Flash Gordon space pistol. That was kind of a cool thing.
Ray gun. Yeah.
And then I got the freebie bag, and turn your eyes away, Giddens. It came with a smoking and smoked tobacco accessories.
Hockey stick.
Yeah.
Is that for smoking the dope?
I wouldn't know. It's not my thing. So, and then of course everybody needs a "Hey Sailor" hat. Or that's more like "Hey Captain." But
You sure you're not making a Village People mock?
well, that I do have a gay bar, so maybe that will go in the Village People mock.
Yeah, but
or
that hat could also go for officer and a gentleman. So
this will definitely go on the leather daddy that's in the upstairs, the star of the gay bar. So that's Anyway,
Dr. Terrible, hello.
so yeah, that's some fun stuff. That Lego stuff, and I need to make up my mind. So I need to make up my mind what I'm going to take to ABC, because I thought about getting out my my San Juan Puerto Rico street and building a few more accessories to go with that layout. Certainly we've got more like tropical type vegetation pieces lately. I could spruce it up a little bit, so I might do that. But I do want to start working on this Jetsons tower, but that's probably not going to be done in 45 days unless I really get on a roll. So, but we'll see. Oftentimes I like to think, and when I build, sometimes it goes really fast once I actually start building things. So, and also a friend of the show, Mr. Dana, came over a week ago, and I had invited several people, but only Dana. Sorry, I made the mistake of opening my iPod's case, and it kicked it. It thought I was trying to sync up. But we had a good old time, and we each built a little set. So and he actually mentioned it in his little video. So thank you for that, Dana.
just remember who loved you.
It was a good time. I mean, I'm only slightly bitter that Mark was too busy, but
well, he's got that lady friend. So.
I know. We know how this that first blush of romance can be. It's just like.
Well, if you had invited us over on Wednesday, which is the last night of the work week before Thanksgiving, then it would have worked better. But that was a work night for me.
Yeah. So I want to have another one in December. So is there a preferred night in December? Because I turn in grades Thursday, so my schedule gets really wide open personally.
I am off work the entire week leading up to Christmas. I took off that week because Small Paul's out of school.
Cool. All right. Chris, when are you going to drive over? Are you going to drive over for a Lego night?
Yeah, probably not, but
you can stay at your dad's where it's 80 degrees. Come on.
We're doing a one day to Mel's mom's on the 19th, 20th, on the 20th. We're driving up and driving back that day. We're doing a Christmas thing there because I got stuff, and then I'm going to Warrenton Christmas Day. It depends on how Dad is feeling and for his health care and stuff like that, how long I'm going to stay. So anyway,
I don't remember where Mel's mom. Are you coming through Atlanta? Because I still have your box of parts for you.
She lives in Commerce, so that's a little far out. We won't be coming all the way down in there. So
well,
I completely forgot you moved out of Georgia.
Yeah, I'm a South Carolinian. Thank you very much. So.
Yep.
Give me a time in the day, and maybe I'll drive up to Commerce and say hey.
Okay, all right. I'll let you know.
Okay.
It's also a whirlwind day, so
understood.
But I'll let you know for sure.
Okay.
Anyway, all right, Captain Xavier. You've heard all this castle talk. discuss them with your cloney goodness.
Right. So I'm actually in the process of doing massive updates to my castle diorama. Here's all of my village. I've upgraded all of the terrain underneath the village. Finally, there have been 3 major waves. Where originally it was just on base plates, and then I raised it up like 2 bricks so I could have some terrain differences and have a little river and all of that. And then I decided I wanted to raise it enough that I could have caves and basements, and so I raised it to a certain height. And then I realized it was still slightly too low, and so now the whole village is 8 bricks off the ground. And all the buildings have basements with tunnels and passageways, and I'm finally going through and standardizing some of the things about the buildings, because there were no building standards when these were built. Some of these were built 20 years ago.
Dang.
And there is distinct evidence that some of these were built while I was very low on parts. That is no longer an issue. So I'm going through and building things better and adding more detail, and that's all been a lot of fun. I also have pick-a-brick orders out. I have one for army building for the 2 new castle armies. I also did. They have the light blue air tanks on pick-a-brick.
Yes, they do.
I'm so sad because I made my order and then they went up on Pick-a-Brick, and I was like,
Yeah, on Pick-a-Brick they are 15 cents. On Bricklink they're $30.
Yeah.
So there's an economy that's going to crash.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah. At this point, the only classic fig I still need is the green one. I have not pulled the trigger on the $22 or whatever it's going to cost to get one of those, and I should.
You might as well just get the entire set with the classic green one, because I can get it. I found it for like between 40 and 50, and you get 2 of them plus a great set.
I have considered it. They've got one at my local Lego or local brick store, so I have considered that. Like I said, I placed an order for 1,400 cobblestones from Lego, because it turned out it was cheaper from Lego than from Bricklink. So that's going to be a tedious task of cobbling all
Oh
of
my
that.
goodness.
So
Nice.
that'll be fun. One issue I have run into is because I've raised the level of the village, the castle no longer looms appropriately.
What?
Castles ought to loom.
Yeah, there needs to be some lumification for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because at this point, the tops of some of these buildings are almost level with the top of the wall of the castle, and that just doesn't work.
Oh no! I thought you were
that's-
raising everything exponentially.
No, unfortunately, that I haven't, because the castle is completely separated by a moat that goes all the way to the base plate level.
Oh, you've got to elevate your castle, my friend.
I either need to raise the whole thing, like raise the level where the moat is, which would be the easiest and would actually recover a lot of brick, but then require a lot of other brick.
That would be Duplo brick you could insert that with, right?
Yes, so and that's what most of the raising of all of it was in the first place, was dark gray Duplo, because that exists. But as a result of adding all of the basements, I recovered all of the green Duplo that I previously had used. So yeah, the easiest way would just be to raise the water level and then raise the castle along with it. Alternatively, I could just raise the land that the castle is on and make some of the walls a little bit higher, make up for that.
I mean, deep moats are a thing.
Somewhere. What?
Deep moats are a thing.
Yes, and it's a wonderful defense. I mean, I've seen similar moats. The moat at Carcassonne looks like that, except dry. So I need to figure out how I want to make the castle loom appropriately. I don't know how it would look if I just stretched all the walls a little bit taller. The proportions would get thrown off. So we'll see. I'll figure out something eventually.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
Good.
Been good.
Oh, we lost Matt already. Matt has
He gone.
Man,
He gone.
8:30. Poof.
on the
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
For those of you who don't understand that reference, Google Sanford and Son and go watch those, and then you'll understand.
Yeah.
What's Sanford and Son?
Just Google it. I just said Google it. It's homework.
Mute that boy. All right, Steve. How are you, sir? You had the big screen until you tell me not to. So,
don't move. I've been procrastinating building my my big mock by building the Enterprise. So she's all done, and I am currently. Hey, don't face palm me. And I went on Marketplace to find out what people in my area were selling this set for. Well, I found 2 listings. One was 150 and one was 165. So that makes me feel pretty cool that I just unboxed that. But whatever.
Rebel.
I wanted it, so I'm gonna build it.
Your kids can go to community college, right?
Yeah, they don't even need to do that if they don't want. That's really about it. Yeah,
it is.
That's
As someone who works at one, it is.
Fun fact: there is a sticker in here with a star date, and it's the Roll Aaron comes with the shuttle pod. And I looked it up. I looked up the episode in my Star Trek encyclopedia, and she is not even in that episode. So
I thought that was the whole bit that they did that star date because of her.
No, it's an episode about Geordi LaForge and assassinating Klingons.
So he gets picked up by a Romulan in that. So his sensors momentarily pick up a Romulan. Mark, I think you're speaking and you're muted, by the way.
I am not speaking, but I did have a thought in my head that there was an episode where Geordi and Rolaren and a Romulan all get shifted out of phase, and they're running around the ship and like having fights and stuff, and nobody can see them. And
yeah, they're like, I think Riker's even playing his trombone in that episode, and he like trombone through their head.
Hey, never mind on those.
And I think they end up
not rusty trombone, just normal trombone.
They throw the Romulan through the wall into space or something. That's kind of how they solve that problem.
But why put that star date in there? I don't know. It's just
Trombone Through Your Head was a great They Might Be Giants album, by the way. So
they can go through the wall. Why don't they fall through the floor?
Yeah. No, don't talk about that.
We don't ask those kinds of questions.
That's all I really got. You can take me off the big screen. Thank you.
All right. Well, Mark has the Enterprise at the ready, I believe. So let's go ahead and look at his Star Trek-ness.
That's a really interesting Star Wars set. Which episode is that from?
It's gray, so
it's from Rogue One.
Yeah, this was quite a bit larger than I expected it to turn out. Like,
that's what she said.
Thank you. And yeah, but I will say the saucer separation sort of way they've made that works really well. You just pull the little shuttle, and it really does lift off of there real nicely, so you can do the whole leg.
Crash into a planet.
Now,
you crash it into
Meridian
free?
I only think they saucer section like twice in the whole series. Something like that. I was gonna
ask, is that actually so? I've watched some of like the newer Star Trek movies, but not really anything else. Is that something that actually happened in the older show?
Yeah. The first episode.
Sure.
Yeah, they did it in the first episode, and then I don't know if they ever did it.
They might have done it like once or twice.
Yeah, they did it. They did it. Well, they did it in the when they were trying to rescue Picard in from the Romulans. I mean, not the Romulans, the Borg. They did.
They did it when they were fighting the Borg. Yeah,
it was kind of like, hey, check out this cool thing we can do, and then that was it.
The battle bridge.
Yes.
Yeah, they only did it a few times, not very many times, but yeah, the Enterprise is very cool. It displays really nicely. I'm hoping somebody comes up with an acrylic display stand that's prettier than this Technic monstrosity.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
But the ship itself does look really good. The only thing that really is sort of, I think, an oversight, for $400, they should throw a few stickers in so that we could put the windows on top of the saucer, because it's supposed to have windows all over it. But it's still a pretty nice looking model. I think it displays well, and the figures look nice. So you got Wesley with his little tractor beam thing that was actually in episode 2, because I played. I just put the episodes on while I was building and realized it's literally the second episode where he has this little thing. So yeah, you got Beverly, you got Guinan, Riker, Picard with his T, got Data with Spot, Troy. Oh, sir, I protest. I am not a merry man.
Nice.
Oh, so worth the wait on that joke.
So much
Worth
to build up. Push them glasses up with humor and
My
But
hat
yeah,
off to you, sir.
It's funny, when I was building Worf, I was like, what the heck is this? Is this a scanner? And then I realized it's those big goofy like dustbuster phasers that they had early on that they gave him. So that was kind of fun. So yeah, his head is appropriately Worfy,
I'm kind of disappointed they didn't put a bat left for him, to mold.
You would think, but that probably would have been a special mold or some kind of thing.
Yeah.
But maybe they're saving that for the
Klingon Bird of Prey.
Yes.
Sure.
But yeah, the figures all look, like their counterparts. They look pretty good. And I've got the little shuttle, and then I put Ro inside driving the shuttle. There she is. The shuttle is actually pretty cool that they put some jumpers in there, so you could put 2 figures in there side by side. So that's nice.
Nice.
It actually does fit too. It's not just a 1-seater. So
Thankfully.
yeah, there's Rose. She's got her earring printed on the side of her head.
Cool.
How many people in the TV show can fit in one of those shuttles?
Depends on the shuttle, because they use different size shuttles.
Yeah,
for
okay,
this
okay.
show.
That's a 2-seater.
Yeah, this is
Okay, 'cause
literally.
I was gonna
the
say if they had
smallest.
done it 1-seater, that would have been kind of crappy.
The ones
Yeah,
on
this-
DS9 are huge.
This is the smallest one, the little shuttle pod, but they have another one that I think they used a lot that has a ramp that drops in the back, and I think it's big enough that it has a couple of seats and then some like bench seats along the interior with
It's like a
larger
drop, like a
interior.
drop ship.
Yeah, they used that one a whole lot, and then I think there's an even larger shuttle that they didn't kind of do much with on the show. But this is printed. It's not a big sticker like a lot of other sets do, which is nice.
That's cool.
Nice.
They have been switching to that more for the UCS sets, right? For the big ones?
For the big stickers, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's just nice to not have this be a big stupid sticker you got to put across this. It's nice.
If you
It looks
screw
a
it
lot
up, you
better.
really screwed it up.
Yeah, and it's silver shiny print on that too. It's actually a nice shiny sort of thing. So yes, we're going boldy. We are.
Yes. I'm kind of glad that I have the misprint sticker, because part of me thinks they might redo it.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. I was thinking, they probably are gonna do probably what they'll do is they'll quietly fix it over the course of the production, and somebody will notice. And then everybody who bought them early on, like us, will be like, "Yay, we have the rare thing!" So,
I was looking through the instruction booklet, and I thought they did another typo when they were like, each character has like a quote. They quoted them from the show, and the Geordi quote says "jibe," and I didn't realize that was a word. I had to look up the episode, and that he actually says "jibe."
That's the
I thought it
future
was
version of Jive.
Jive.
But
Yeah.
they changed it to Jive.
a jest,
I'm thinking that's
a
like
joke,
a 1940s word, but
a
still.
bon mot, humor.
That would be speaking near Joe Piscopo, say it or reverence. So,
Right.
All right, let's go to Dana. Dana, did you do your? Oh, I'll kick you off. Wrong button. Did you do your A Full Life before the show today, or are you doing that?
I did not. I did not. It was a funky weekend, and today was a funky day. So I did not, and I didn't have a whole lot, and part of it was because it was killing me that I didn't know where these figures were. And at some point in time, I think when Matthew was speaking, you may have heard me boast aloud woohoo because I finally found them.
Nice.
Ironically, they were in this large bag of space figures. There are parts in here for purple spacemen, green spaceman helmets. So naturally, and I just ordered some more blue space helmets to go with these space helmets that I evidently ordered as well at some point in time. But yeah, I got like purples and green guys in here. So Captain Xavier, I might have a green one for you. You never know. So now I'm finally building. I've been taking hands off, putting hands on. I do already have a few of these little guys ready to rock and roll. And then of course they've got the classic. No, my auto zoom is horrible. There we go. Got the classic space, old classic face on there. So ready, good to go. You will not believe the weight off my shoulders. I have gone through, most of my mock inventory is in my office. So it's not like I had to go down into the archives to go looking for things. And I've looked at least twice and never found that bag until today. And I think it was because I finally just decided I'm dumping every tub that I need to organize out, and that was where I was able to finally find it. So, but at the same time, I pulled a basic A-fold moment.
Oh no!
I ordered these because I needed them, and as I was looking for these dark blue spacemen, I found that I had already ordered them.
I'm not hearing the issue here.
So, basic A-fold moment, I now have 4.
Oh, you know you're gonna edit those and make blue Hans out of that. So
Maybe there's potential. There's potential. One could know.
one could hope.
One could hope. So I'm excited that I did those. Last week we didn't get to talk about our normal stuff last week. So I guess even though it was post turkey time anyway, I did do a gobble gobble turkey. Did a Critter Crew turkey for Thanksgiving.
Nice.
So he will go with the rest of the Critter Crew to Atlantic BrickCon, which I went ahead and registered today for. I know Mark and Small Paul have also registered, so
we are registered. We are coming.
We are getting closer and closer to that. I just had to figure out what I'm going to take with me to Atlantic BrickCon. I know the critters are going to go with me. I'm sure the Brick Mellows will come again. I can't decide whether I'm going to take the monochrome habitats one last time. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I didn't get around.
Do you get a lot of like comments on them and questions about them?
I do. It's usually the biggest drawing talk to anything I have set up at my table. It would be the 4th year in a row that I took, 4th year in a row that I've taken them. So I'm kind of like, do I just want to just kind of do it low key and just take a few small things and let them sit for a while? I don't know.
I feel like after 3 times you can give them a rest.
That's kind of what I was thinking. So, but I do have prints of them now that I could take with me because I've had people in the past ask me at the show, do you have any, prints or something like that? So I kind of almost feel like I could take it one last time just to offload those a little bit. But I don't know. I would like to try and do Chicago again. And I wouldn't take them to Chicago again. The only place I'd probably take them for would be a new show I've never been to. So if I do go to Virginia or Brick Rodeo or Brick Slopes would be the next time I would probably display them again if I don't display them in February at ABC. So I've got between now and then to figure it out. It's easy to take if I want to take them and just set them up if I do. I requested at least a table because I don't plan on taking anything more than that. So we'll see. The other thing today, I'm not going to show you guys because most of you will get one. But I worked on my Christmas card today, so those will be actually going out in the mail probably tomorrow. would say.
Nice.
And yes, we know Virginia is gone, but
Well, it might be a year break.
exactly. I mean, I am sure that Virginia will come out like the Phoenix, and we'll see it again. So
what I heard, I don't know if you guys heard what was talked about at the PA one, where it's basically like we might just take a year off to figure things out and then do
recalibrate.
it.
Yeah.
Which honestly sounds like the best move.
Yeah. Which would be fine by me. Because then maybe that would be the year I would come back and actually go when they revamp it. So we'll see.
Which is what happened when the original Brick Fest died. Then there was this year gap in DC, and then Brick Fair came about. So might be a retooling year for sure.
Speaking of conventions, now is a really good time for everybody to get ready to come to Atlanta BrickCon, which is the beginning of February.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, that's right.
I'm
It
so
is
sad.
the official kickoff to con season.
I'm so sad for the third year in a row I'm not coming out.
Dude.
Man.
I blew through most of my vacation time at the beginning of this year. Through this year. So it's because my vacation time resets in July. So it's just
Oh, that's weird. But yeah, I get it.
Why didn't that get the rain cloud, Dana?
I don't know. That was just the thing that it did.
Yeah, Dana has the rain cloud. Like I don't. Oh,
there you go.
There we go.
It's Apple. These Apple people, they have cool stuff. I can just go bleh.
As I'm drawing a blank.
Well, the fact that Matthew said that it's in 45 days actually made me go, oh crap. So,
well, I'm taking I took a large note from Moto years ago. If it's not done by now, it ain't going to ABC. I have done the trying to finish something in time, waiting for parts to go to something. Yeah, I'm over 50. I don't play that game anymore.
So, and I'll say this. I've said it a few times. The last one I went to last year, with the move and all the things and drama that I had dealt with, all that kind of stuff. It was nice just dumping a few things on the table and going and spending time with friends.
Yeah. And
not being in charge of any tables, not being in charge of a collab. I mean, it was nice. It was really nice. And the conventions have gotten so big and there's so many displayers and all that kind of stuff. I don't feel like there's going to be empty spaces on the tables if I don't sign up. I don't feel that weight of responsibility. So it's good to go see what everybody else is building. So if there's a year you can do that, or you can go lighter than usual, it's actually really good. It kind of helps you breathe and all that kind of stuff. You don't feel the anxiety of that weight. You get to be minifigure size there and just enjoy the place instead of trying to do it. So.
I know, like Moktura and Cody, they'll go and do other shows, and they'll take like a habitat or something that fits on a 12 by 12 plate or something like that, and that's all they take with them because they're really more there to hang out. But they do want to have something to show they were there, but far less stressful, especially when you're getting on a plane. So
I mean, I know I've been doing shows a lot less time than you guys, but even me and a lot of the content creators this past year were like, we just feel burnt out. Like we've been doing so many shows lately. We've been doing so much. And like, I'm in talks to not even go to Chicago this year just because like last year was a really good Chicago to end it on for like a break for a bit, but I've just been like, I got so much other stuff. I'm actually trying to go to Scareback this year. That's my big goal. So we'll see if that happens or not. But
although, I got to talking with Simon about Scarebrick, and originally Scarebrick was kind of on my short list of, this is something I really, really want to do. And he kind of gave me a little more information on it. And it is really more of an AFOLS convention. Yeah. It's not a convention where a lot of attendees come. And it's become more of a people from across the world who are coming together to a show to hang out with other AFOLs. That's more of what Scarebrick is versus an international show of so many hundreds of thousands of people coming through. There's probably more people who come to Atlanta BrickCon than go to Scarebrick for guests in one day. for the 2 days for Scarborough. So I no longer feel as much of a desire to go to Scarborough as I had wanted to. I still want to go and do the Lego house tour and do all that some point in time when my wife and I can go together. But I'm not so feeling like I got to go to Scarborough as much anymore.
My thing is, I've never been outside of the US, so my goal is like, hey, maybe use this because my dream, go to England also with this trip, visit a castle.
So here's my thought, but your vacation time doesn't recalibrate until July. Manchester is in February as well, or late February, early March, and that's a show that I would rather do than going to Scarborough.
Really?
Yeah.
Manchester. I never heard of that one.
Yeah. And and literally the show is like right in the middle of the city. So when the show is done at the end of the day, you walk out and boom, you're doing London, England type stuff versus being in the middle of nowhere kind of thing. And literally Scarborough is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to pitch that one too. Because it's a giant group of content creators who are all going, oh, let's go do this. And I'm like, all right. But
and if you guys want to do content fun, I would not do Scarborough. I would do Manchester.
The only reason Scarborough does appeal to me is because you got all the Lego design, like amazing builders from the Lego program who are doing mocks. Because like their Exoforce collab this past year.
Oh yeah.
Like, I agree. I totally understand where you're coming from. But
there are pluses and minuses to doing it, and I've gone into favor of holding off until some other time.
No, that's fair.
So just food for thought. Food for thought.
Yeah, no. I'm going back to all that. It's just like I think I really wanted to go out to Atlanta BrickCon this year, just didn't work out. But I was like, we're getting to a point of just like I'll be like, I'm bringing something because I want to anymore, just because I feel like it, and not we need to go as crazy out as possible. It's just like, oh, I have this built and I'm really proud of it, so I want to bring it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a
so
bad
here
reason.
you go. You come to Atlanta, you get to hang out with Intense, and you probably could get invited to his house.
And he's doing the new basement.
So me and him hung out at Virginia, which you guys would have known if you had
His
come out
house.
to
His house.
I know.
The
I didn't
lair.
hang out. Me and him. So it's funny because that weekend was the weekend that Yellow 3-in-1 Castle came out, and I brought it into the convention center, and me and him were building it and like talking castle while like this convention's going on. It was so much fun.
His
That sounds like
I
a much better experience than when they announced the 10497 while we were at Chicago, and it was just a horrible thing to happen because here's Mark and Chris and all these other people, and I'm trying to vote for awards, and I'm like, stop it. So.
priorities, man. Priorities.
Flashbacks.
Look.
Flashbacks.
Yeah.
Castle's more important. All right, I'm just saying, not than space, but just more important than other things.
I could definitely, but I'm not gonna. All right, let's talk about it. Let's see if we can talk about.
Wait.
Oh.
Two quick comments.
Yep.
One, have you seen what's his Geek Forge? What is Campbell's Instagram handle? I forget.
Uber Geek.
Uber Geek.
Yes, but his store is called Geeky Inc.
Geeky Inc. So it's a collect. But anyway, he's done printed parts for the Enterprise and the shuttle, and they are superior. He will, if he gets off of his ass and actually puts them into a store, he will sell those parts hand over fist. So just throwing that out there. If you do or don't know, go and look and find out about that. Secondly, I heard Chris give a grafumble when we were talking about that maybe that Lego will do more Star Trek sets, and he kind of was like, maybe they will.
Who, me? Well, I mean, it would be great if they do, but I'm not putting any money on it. So
I feel like it could turn into Lord of the Rings, personally.
It could.
No, I agree. More like Transformers.
I think more Lord of the Rings than Transformers, because Transformers is getting a slow leak. I'd like to see them do more Lord of the Rings where they're like giving us big sets every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, again, why would you give us a midi scale Bird of Prey to go against the Enterprise? We want something on equal scale.
Yeah.
Give us the other different versions of the Enterprise.
That's what I figured they would do. I mean, when you said Lord of the Rings, I figured, okay, we're gonna have play sets, we're gonna have scenes from movies.
When I say Lord of the Rings, I mean
figured,
icons Lord of the Rings, like
yeah,
Barad-dûr, Rivendell.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, that's what I figure. I figure we'll get the original Enterprise. We'll get we'll get a Romulan.
At the same time,
we'll get a Klingon bird of prey. We'll get.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get play sets from Star Trek.
But you know what I think they need to do, though? I think they need to do those for the GWPs and just do iconic moments for GWPs. Like, give us a GWP that's a holodeck. Give us a GWP
Barkley and a half-naked Troy in the holodeck. There you go.
Or a Ryzen Vacation.
Yeah, I mean, give us classic moments for GWPs and make the sets icon, ships.
Yeah.
So I think they would. I mean, the fact that it's sold out so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on par with the Falcon for when they re-released the UCS Falcon. I mean, it's on par with that level of people amount grabbing it up. They would be silly not to do more.
Yeah, but we've kind of established they're being.
I know. I talked about the Danes in the way that I know the Danes are. Yes, I know.
There's also the other side of this, sadly, where like one does really well because it's just that one. Whereas the second one they put out and it's like it's not as special. Now, like also this is the iconic ship for I've watched very little Star Trek, but I know of the Enterprise. Right. So to me, it's like that is the ship. But again, it comes down to the next thing is like I'm going to do a castle comparison here. Lion Knight's Castle comes out, massive set, sold like hotcakes. Medieval Town Square comes out, thinking it will doesn't do as well. And I do, because like Lion Knight's Castle, we hadn't gotten a castle besides the blacksmith in a while, so it did really well. So I wonder if they're like, well, if we do a second one, it's not going to do as well as the first one.
I think.
Also, what are they paying for the IP?
That's also a valid point, and it's also who owns that IP?
Yeah, IP cost is what damn near killed them in the late 90s.
Yeah,
Star Trek is Paramount.
But they don't seem to have a problem with passing that on to the consumer anymore.
I think there's more Star Trek fans than there are Star Wars fans in the world, I think. But I think there might be more Star Wars Lego fans than.
Yeah, that's a tough call. That's a tough call.
I'm sorry,
but fighting words. I hope they'll get a battle in the comments. Just
all I'm gonna say is like my generation, the generation below me, and the generation below that. Star Wars runs in their blood at this point. And yes, they're older fans, but it's when you get to the older fans that it starts being a big, like if you ask most of the people my age or younger, it's like Star Wars, hands down. That's what we grew up on. But
I think that has to do with the type of content that's been being put out. I mean, Lucas always said that Star Wars was for kids. Star Trek was never for kids.
No, it was always deeply philosophical. War toys are always going to sell better. Things with lots of blasters and guns and armies.
So, I'll stand by it. I'll stand by my comment. I think there's more Star Trek fans than Star Wars fans. I'll be the minority.
I think there's a crossover. I think you will find that there are more older fans who are fans of both.
Yeah.
But I think as far as younger fans go, there are fewer Star Trek fans who are under the age of 20.
Where it's like 60-40 with older fans or 50-50 with older fans. Yeah. With kids, it's like 20-80. Like
even maybe 90-10.
Yeah. I was going to say 90-10, but I was giving you guys a little.
No. I really, because I mean, Star Trek does, I mean, it's not, they don't aim towards a younger audience. I mean, even their animated shows are not aimed at kids. No. I mean, Lower Decks is cherry Star Trek, and it's totally for adults.
Well, honestly, they had the opportunity to make it with the reboot with Chris Pine because it was wildly popular across the board, even with younger fans. And then they farted that up with a mediocre and then a pretty good couple sequels, and then they just didn't know what to do with themselves, so they blew that. So
And then CBS is always
That's the only ones I've
very.
watched.
CBS is probably their biggest problem because they said, all right, all these new things they're going to do on Paramount Plus, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's
And
not
how
as
many
much
people
of a
actually
catalog
have
for
Paramount?
kids on Paramount as there is on Disney, and Disney and Star Wars have been in bed for decades. So
Yeah.
and actually, the Orville is probably the best Star Trek you'll ever watch.
how
Is
long
Orville-
until somebody turns in that Enterprise into the Protector from Galaxy Quest? That needs to happen almost like immediately.
Galaxy Quest is by far the best Star Trek movie.
It is least behind Wrath of Khan the second. Yes,
Yeah.
but yes.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that all of the cast members from that generation loved Galaxy Quest. So
Yeah.
I mean, they were like, why did we not do this? Was the phrase.
And that's a sign.
And I agree with Grumpy J. I'm a Voyager fan too. So
I'm not.
Voyager is where the Next Generation era stuff jumped the shark. It was kind of like,
I mean,
yeah.
we do get Ensign Kim, and I mean, he's the Jar Jar Binks of Star Trek. So it is what it is.
All right. Hey, let's take a second and look at the new modular before we go. Let's see, share the screen here. And because we always have to comment on the publicity photos with it. So I'm going to the Lego website itself and if we can zoom in on this.
I wish
what do
Matt
we
was here
think?
for this, but I guess we'll have to get Mark's opinion instead.
Oh, yeah. He's the new modular guy,
He's the
right?
new modular guy.
It's like Assembly Square and Boutique Hotel had a baby.
Yes.
So maybe
A
it'll
nice
fit between
baby,
the two of
though.
them.
I will say I'm very excited for those like purple marching band figures because they would be great for like a new pirate like Imperial faction. Like, you can have fun with it. I genuinely think that would be a fun thing to see. I'd love to see like a purple, like, Castle's fantasy and kind of fun with it. And Pirates, you can do the same thing.
Yeah.
Especially since before we had red and blue, now we've got a purple. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you got Captain's attention.
Yeah.
There it is.
What? Army building? What? Let's do it.
I saw that and I was like, dang, there's going to be some very interesting mocks with purple coats coming up soon.
Is that a pigeon that they've made?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually saw somebody posting something where they were getting ready to gobble those up because their entire, all of their city mocks were now going to be littered with pigeons.
Yep. And then you got to have the government person controlling them.
Yeah.
Is that like a weird European pigeon that's white, though? Is that?
Yeah, I was going to say most of the pigeons I've seen have been gray. So who knows? Maybe they're trying to make it stand out against the background, maybe more.
They poop cookies in Europe. And so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Exactly.
Delicious.
There's Riker will be joining this band. Another section.
Yeah, he will.
That is like the same build.
I like the multiple tubas they got going on.
Yeah. Question: Is that
mama.
crutch piece? No, that crutch piece isn't new. That's in.
No, that's
There are no tubas in that picture, Dana. So one is a French horn and the other is a sousaphone.
Ooh, cold up.
Boom.
Man, you got Star Trek and Band Geeked in one episode. That's
Wow.
That's
I
right.
feel very
That's right.
schooled. I feel very good schooled. Although that white one does look like a tuba to me, though.
That's a
Go back.
sousaphone.
All right,
That-
I'm not gonna deny it. I'm just saying it feels like a tuba to me.
All right, I need that symbol that's on the purple hat. I know Mark Erickson uses that for. What was that originally in?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I know he uses it. I know it's a throwback symbol to something. I'll look it up.
It was in the first episode of Nexonites.
No, that's not it. I've
That
seen the
very
first
well could
episode
be.
of Nexonites, and
That
it's not
doesn't
in
mean that
it.
it couldn't be. It doesn't mean that it couldn't be.
No,
I
I've seen
appreciate
that
the French horn
episode.
log. I played French horn in high school.
What would that even be called?
Oh well, that just speaks volumes about you, and not in a bad way, mind you.
Is that Brett Hooper right there? I think.
It looks like that pigeon.
It does
Looks
kind
like
of
that
look like
pigeon
Brett
is
I
light
don't
bluish
think-
gray.
I don't think we would see Brett wearing a fisherman's sweater in Texas, but the hat and the head are perfect for him.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
a
that
gray.
pigeon.
Yeah, there is a
gray
gray pigeon. Yeah, there you go.
Is there one above?
Oh.
'Cause that looks remarkably like the old German owl pigeon.
All right, so here is our Lego style picture here. Only a couple of
Oh,
bowls.
jeez.
No man.
Ashtray with no cigarettes in it.
Why
Yeah.
why does this house look like it's falling apart?
Yeah, guy needs do some work on his sheetrock action there.
He looks like he spent all of his money that he should have been spending on his house on Lego.
It looks like he got all of
this
his
guy can
furniture
afford
off
his
the curb.
pants.
Maybe he's living in France because this decor seems very French.
Wait, it looks like all of his furniture was picked up off the curb with the free sign on it. You know,
Again, it seems very French.
He can't. His paintings are not even hung up on the wall.
Mine aren't either. Can't fault him for that one.
His plant is dying,
And he's got a weird geometric shape thing there on the end of the counter.
That's where the Enterprise started to become self-aware and made its own that happened in an episode. It became self-aware. Anyway, here's the band. Nice band with their sousaphone.
that's right.
Oh, I
He's
broke it.
He's looking at how finished the walls are inside of his Lego set, but not in his house. So,
Oh, that shield came in Town Hall. That explains it.
Oh, okay. Which
Okay.
makes sense of why it's a
Yeah.
command symbol for the town.
That's
That
cool.
works.
They've got a brick-built Lego duck
Where?
in the wood shop in the set.
Oh, clever.
Oh, there's a dog or a
Found
kitty.
it.
That's cute.
That's a cat statue, by the way.
That
Yeah,
was
cat.
Which
It
is
used
great
to be
that
a
it's a
real
white
cat.
cat with no eyeballs on it. That's cool.
There's also a leak apparently in the plumbing underneath. That's the kind of the story.
Clever.
He has no other Lego to speak of.
There is an orb though.
There's an
There
orb.
is.
Wait, is that the Lego woods? No, that's not the wood drawers that's next to it.
No.
No.
That would have been too clever.
He's got another dead plant down there, and all his books are backwards, so we can't see what he's not reading.
They couldn't have had just like another modular on the shelf. Like,
He doesn't know how to put books on shelves. Look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all
too
backwards.
embarrassed. He doesn't want you to know what he's reading.
I think he's on the drugs. He's living in a crack den with his Lego sets.
A very clean crack den.
Oh, there we go.
He
There we
does have
go.
other Lego sets.
And the GWP is on the shelf as well.
That's correct.
Ah.
I don't know if I can zoom in on that. But I don't think I have that. Let me see if I can pull up the GWP real quick. Talk amongst
Real quick,
yourselves.
I did just share the image of what the shield looks like, if the original one.
In the private or in the regular shot?
I just shared my screen with the.
Oh, you
the
shared
set.
your screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, Chris is looking up the other thing, so here I can do the old.
Oh,
no, not that one.
not that one.
I clicked the wrong thing.
Avert your eyes.
Remove other.
Here, let me
media
stop
streams.
sharing, and then you can do it. Now
Okay.
Oh,
try.
I didn't realize you could. Sorry.
There we go.
But yeah,
There
that's
it is. There it
the
is.
that's the original one that I was referencing there.
That's the mark of Fallworth logo.
Yes.
That's cool.
And so for those wondering, we're
Oh, that reminds me of something.
right there in the original set.
That's cool.
Just little piece of Lego history.
That's cool. I like those kind of things. That's awesome.
Now that I love details where it like kind of builds out the world, and the fact that it's like a modular connection to it. It's not just like a connection to an older set. I thought it was cool as a connection to an older set, but now it's a connection to an older modular set. That's cool.
Yeah.
We need more like that.
Yeah, no, that is pretty cool. All right, hang on. I know that is on here somewhere. So my son, by the way, just a side note, my son is excited because Fortnite is doing a Ninjago collab, but it is not Lego figures. It's actually costumes for their characters, and they oh, there it is. Hang on. Hang on, I'm getting there. But the characters are inspired. So Kai, the red ninja, has showed up in Fortnite, or at least art for it is. And
Yes.
so it is. That's kind of cool. He's kind of jazzed about that. So that's an interesting.
I will say it's crazy to me that Lego's original characters are about to show up and you can run around with them with an assault rifle and a pistol and it just feels very interesting, that choice. When they're so anti.
It does. I don't know why.
You on dial-up?
Yeah, apparently.
See, another hat that you can use for your purple coats.
Golly, what is wrong with the internet here? My dot matrix printer is not working well.
Do you have green and white lined printer paper?
This apparently is not owned by the same guy because they have better shells.
There's a tennis racket for this one.
Yes.
It might even be badminton. I don't know.
I think we had a president assassinated in a vehicle like this.
You know that's going to be a meme that comes out of this, right? Like, there's totally going to be...
It may be too soon. I don't know. It may be too soon.
Is that like a
Silly
hamburger
Hats
hat?
Parade? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, it's the annual Silly Hats Parade. Ah, okay.
Why was that the parade they picked?
Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, GWP, I don't know if that's worth
Which,
it.
for the record, this one you just have to spend $250 in general, not even on the whole modular.
Yeah.
So if
Is
you're
that
buying
all?
Lego, or it's, I don't know, it's like 200 or something like that. But you don't have to get the modular to get it.
Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm not going to even do that. All right, vintage parade car, pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty cool little stylized car. That's cool. Are you guys interested in the modular? Does this I don't do modulars? This one hits my hot button, or is it just kind of meh? Oh,
I like modulars, but I haven't got one in 4 years or something like that. I knew if I bought it, I would just part it out eventually. So
I'm actually looking to probably. I'm actually thinking about disassembling my modulars and selling them.
I just did that actually last year.
Yeah.
So modulars are the epitome of shelf sitter, right? It's just we built this pretty building. It has lots of detail. We'll never look up it again. We're not playing with it. We're just boasting that we've collected them all. And yeah.
Well, I think if you're doing a Lego city, they're really cool. But if you're not really doing anything else, it's funny because the only building and set I'm interested in for January 1st right now is that new Ninjago blacksmith. That has appealed to me compared to something like this where it's just I'm not doing a city anytime soon. So
the modulars are what got me back into Lego as an adult. And then I made a Lego city, but then I wanted my Lego city to be unique. So I ended up breaking them apart anyway. So
waste of Lego's time.
Yeah.
That is $200.
Well, it's got a minifigure of Lionel Messi in it, and Ronaldo, and all those other amazing soccer players.
Okay, so this set will sell, but not in the U.S.
No, it's just another IP that Lego's wasting their time with.
Yeah,
that there looks like a chicken leg.
That does.
Because you know what the issue is with this? They do this, and then all the U.S. fans are going to go, "Where's our football trophy? Where's our whatever?" And it's just
yeah, but FIFA has the money to pay for this.
Oh, true.
So, I'm sure that FIFA said, "Hey, let's do this."
Yeah.
Can you make it look like it's melted? Sure can.
Yep.
Yeah. I have to say, look, that's the goofiest looking trophy I've ever seen, and I've seen it before. Yeah. I don't say that just looking at this, but it's the goofiest looking trophy.
But will we get the FIFA Peace trophy as well?
I don't even know what that is.
You don't?
No,
I really don't.
You're happier that way.
You are happier that you don't know.
Okay. Good.
Good.
I like to be happy.
You're better off. You are better off.
All right. It is. We've now covered the extra 8 minutes that we didn't show on YouTube. So now we've actually gone an hour and 15 minutes. So we were covered, to make sure we've gone an hour on the YouTube. So
On the YouTube.
I want that Lego set.
Only if the figure is orange.
He would know. Will would know that stadiums did bad in the U.S. Yeah, like really bad.
No. I know it did bad because I was working at the Lego store at the time, and we couldn't sell that no matter what we tried to do.
Yeah. So, all right, everybody. Any last comments or concerns? None of us are really. I mean, it's cool that they have made modulars for so long, and they're cool if you're into that. None of us here are, so but
Yeah.
Oh, you were a fellow brick specialist.
Oh yeah.
He has done his time. All right, everybody. Thank you all for hanging out with us today. It's been a good show. We appreciate you joining us. Be kind to your neighbor. All the things. Build awesome. Be awesome. And treat others the way you want to be treated. That's the way. So
Lego Castle is better than space.
Noises.